Hey all, Rob here. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button so you know when future videos are out. And this is just a casual talk as I am filming this on a Saturday. And the topic of this video is I was watching a video from the channel by Steve Turley on YouTube. And one of his videos, he mentioned that he thinks the woke movies, this culture, is that what they're doing to films, they're doing to art, that it's not going to last. And the reason he gives for evidence is like when you look at the works of art from the past, you know, the really great stuff, the Mona Lisa, David, the works of Michelangelo, Da Vinci. When you look at great art and you look at great movies before this modern era of what's going on, there is value in it in terms of what the people were making, what they were creating was stuff that was inspiring to you, the viewer. You've seen it in cases where a wrestler, when he was young, he watched another wrestler or he watched an episode and he got so inspired that he wanted to become a wrestler and dedicated his life to it. And the same thing has happened with actors and directors. They saw a film, they saw a performance, and they wanted to become like that and make it their career. And the same goes for art. You have had artists that were inspired by other comic artists and they said they want to join the industry and be an artist because of how much of an influence they had growing up on what they saw, what they read. So it is, his premise is that inspiring works of art or creativity in the stuff that lasts, the stuff that matters, it has a value to basically inspire the viewer, to bring like wonder into them, to and the people who receive that, you know, that it becomes like a part of them to this, let's say the word is inspiration. And then he said, when you look at these woke films, these social justice things, what is the inspiration in these movies? There is no inspiration because what they're doing is hammering their agenda to the viewer to brainwash them to think like they do. You know, this blaming men, this blaming America, as like their two favorite topics, right? All of this stuff, and that's just a small example, this blaming, this going after and saying everything is wrong with this is not inspiring. This this is this is not something the audience feels uplifted about. That and the only ones who do feel uplifted are the same people who are already following that culture and that mindset. And so that type of art is not going to inspire a new generation, was his point. And while I get his point on that Steve Turley, and maybe that is going to be the case long term, But I disagree with his point. And in this video, I'm going to say why I disagree with his point about this woke culture. Why I disagree with it, okay? First, no matter how many times it fails, the people who own Hollywood, the people who own the movie business, the music, and the TV business, they got billions of dollars. And what they're after is pushing this agenda on the children when they're young so that they grow up into adults believing this stuff. Because this is all they know. From the ages that they're in school. They're not you, okay? They want to brainwash the children so that all the media that they consumed and the entertainment, they end up believing it. And that is the end goal of what they want to do. And I can prove it. And the reason I can prove it is the colleges and the universities have been infected with these type of people for decades. These leftists, these woke people. It's not a new thing. They have been brainwashing students from their teens, especially into the college age. And they're adults now, these people from 10, 20, 30 or more years ago. And they believe the mindset that was taught to them. And they don't even question it. They are full on believing the mindset on big social topics and big issues. They don't even question it, what they learned. They are, you could see it in what they talk about, their anger, how they are. And why I believe what they're doing in the movies and the TV shows is going to affect the young generation. Because every film they see, every TV show series they like, is the same topics that keeps getting hammered into them. And the other side is never talked about. The other side is always blamed. And so they're after the children to brainwash them. And how are they doing it? With superhero movies, superhero TV shows. And they're doing this in Star Wars, any sci-fi culture, any comic books, etc. And you know what? It is working. You might push back against it, but the young people don't know any better, and it is working. And you will see in about 10 years' time, or maybe even 20 years, if they keep this up, they will achieve their goal. And that goal, to brainwash the children, is far more important than losing millions of dollars currently, or these series failing. Because the more they push these movies out, and the more they push these TV series out, it makes a big library of videos that can be streamed or on disc in the future, whatever format. So there'll be a whole library of superhero stuff, a whole library of Star Wars and sci-fi stuff. And if the majority of it is woke or has those issues in it, guess what? Wherever they turn, they're going to believe it. So these people think long term. You got to understand that. They don't think short term, okay? They got the money, they got the time, they got the resources. And you bet that is their long-term goal. Their goal is not you if you're in your 30s or 40s now. You're not their goal, okay? So you reject it, they're actually okay with it. Because they want the teenagers and they want the children right now. This is what they want, okay? And so that is the agenda. That is why they're doing these woke stuff, twisting and converting the superhero movies, Star Wars and the stuff you like. It's not the short-term goal. It's to create a big library of material and every year to influence the young so that between the colleges brainwashing them in the schools and all the entertainment media doing the same, this is exactly what they're going to believe. That is the long-term goal of what we're seeking. It is the minds of the young. They really don't care about you listening to this. You know, if you're too smart for it, you know, you're not their audience. It's the next generation they want. And they're winning. That's just the reality of it, you know. They own the social media websites. They own the movie industry. They own the print media. And they own the radio. I mean, what more do you need? And that's just the reality. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Let me know how you like this casual talk. Subscribe if you haven't. Stay safe, my friends, and I will talk to you later.